What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Next Gen 720, and I am back with another video. If you haven't checked out my well, first of all, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you guys for rocking out with BGST for just what 2, 3 years now. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for supporting Mooch Crap, show and all the individual endeavors. I just now Mooch has Crossfire. I have the Xbox Beast Fire. Uh, Crap has Xbox Nation. And like I said, yeah, like I said, thank you. And like I said, I'm just starting now with the Xbox Beast Fire. We had a great show this week. I finally got the I think the right mix for the show. I've been mixing and matching pieces. It was a really good show. And like I said, I'm getting some merchandise, T-shirts, and start really promoting that show. Also, too, the Bang Bang Next Gen Gamers Xbox versus Pony debate. Well, now I have that down to a quick science, a sweet science. I'm sorry. Either two ponies, two Xbox. I'll give them a top and let them both go back and forth debate. On the said issue. Um, this week we just had Dealer Gaming. You guys know who Dealer is. Shout out to my man Dealer. And Jabari. Guys know. Shout out to Jabari too. They went head up in debate. And Dean was there also, but Dean went in there and finished Jabari. It was a good show. But we do Xbox versus Ponies every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And Xbox Beast Fire is at Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Like I said, thank you guys for rocking out with us. Now, listen, this wasn't even the video I was going to do right now. I wanted to talk about this Halo 5 and PC thing. But like 5 different Sony guys are saying, man, you got to talk about this in your next video. Um, and I read the article originally yesterday and I was shocked because Eurogamer kind of slammed Gran Turismo. And they were just more or less talking about the sound. It's the same shit. Like, they didn't change anything. Now, I remember when Sony had their thing about a year ago, or almost a year ago, and they would show the PlayStation VR thing, and Gran Turismo Sport was a title listed for the PlayStation VR. And I told you guys back then, or a little before then, that my main issue with the PlayStation VR is that those games look like last generation games. You know what I mean? I don't. That's the reason why I'm not buying. I don't want to buy any peripheral, whatever the case, and I feel like I'm taking a step back. You know what I mean? So Sony and Gran Turismo was Sony's most successful IP. Period. It's their biggest selling franchise, Gran Turismo, and they showed off Gran Turismo I think yesterday or the day before yesterday, and it's been met with a bunch of criticism. Eurogamer harped on the sounds and the same. They still have the same horrible sounds dating back to Gran Turismo 5, I believe it was, or something like that. Um, Video Gamer basically said it doesn't look. I'm gonna read it here. It says, hold on. Let me start with my headset here. Let me start right here. Hold up. He said first hands-on impression with Gran Turismo Sport. He said, "Well, I never thought I'll be saying this. That the latest Gran Turismo at this stage, at least, isn't much of a looker. The playable build on the show in London yesterday was riddled with technical issues from screen tearing, frame drop, notable anti-aliasing, and poor texture pop-ups, filtering, yada yada. But the biggest issue ultimately was that it isn't a big step up from Gran Turismo 6. Like I told you, like those PlayStation VR games or whatever the case may be, they're not that nice looking. They're not. But here, check it out. Here comes the conspiracy thing. Here comes the conspiracy. Um, also from what I heard from quote unquote Little Burley, that Gran Turismo Sport or whatever the case is going to be one of the first titles that's going to be using the PlayStation Neo mode. Now, going forward, I don't know if it's going to be employed by Sony to get, what I mean, to put out a lackluster version or carbon copy of whatever game that they're making. Let's say the next God of War, right? It's gonna maybe look like a little better than the PlayStation 3 version. It's not gonna fully, how you say, take advantage of the vanilla PlayStation 4 hardware, but give you all the bells and whistles. I'm sorry, with the PlayStation Neo version. With the PlayStation 4 Neo version. Like I said, because the regular PlayStation 4 is 1.8 teraflops, and the PlayStation 4 Neo or PS4K is 4 teraflops plus. It's like 3 times. That's a lot of power. You know what I mean? But several people that went to the show, I spoke to two people that went to the show, and a couple people within the industry, you know what I mean, that I may know, and a couple fans that they're not happy. I'm not a big Gran Turismo guy. I'm not a big Forza guy. I like Forza Horizon. I don't really care for motorsports, or simulation racers. I don't care for them. I want to do 90 around the corner. You can't do that shit on on simulation racers. But I hope this is not a new thing, a trend that Sony's going to be doing. That the regular PlayStation 4 version of the games are they going to have major performance issues. Now, I'm leaning to the fact that maybe it's just because it's a PlayStation VR game. That's why it doesn't look that good graphically. But rumor is with this game running in Neo mode is going to look very, very nice. And I can imagine so. You know what I mean? We're talking about 4 teraflops plus. It's a lot of juice. A lot of juice. But the regular version, not so much. It ain't, you know what I mean? It's not going to look that good. Now, I know some of you guys are saying, but I don't really care about graphics. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's bullshit. As gamers, I can imagine me when I went from the NES to the Super NES. It blew my mind. Super Mario World. I was like, oh shit. Blew my mind, those graphics. You understand what I'm saying? And then even to go from Super Mario World to Mario 64, it blew my mind. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're gamers. We like, you don't game understand gameplay is important, but we judge games by what we see. Before you get the game inside your house, you know if it got a great gameplay or not. We're looking at it. We judge it. You know what I mean? That's like for those people who say the graphics are not important. Do me a favor, take a long walk on a short cliff, fall the fuck off. That's not keeping it real. You know what I mean? I want the beauty. I want the beauty in the body. As I said, I might like saying that's like saying you want an ugly girlfriend, but she got a great mind. Nobody wants a fucking ugly girlfriend. Like keep it funky, man. But anyway, back to what I was saying. This Gran Turismo Sport is not, you know, a lot of people were looking forward to this. Gran Turismo has a big following. Like I said, it's Sony's most successful IP thus far. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Much bigger than Uncharted, much bigger than The Last of, much bigger than God of War. Gran Turismo is their flagship title. You know what I mean? Because not even so much over here, worldwide, Gran Turismo has a big following. Then also the guy was comparing it here and said Forza. Said just hey, this Gran Turismo here doesn't hold a fucking candle to Forza Motorsport. You know what I mean? One like I said, he was harping on like the sound like he said the sound with the cars were revving up didn't sound natural. Um, I'm gonna give Sony the benefit of the doubt. Like I told you guys before, these VR games are not they don't look that good graphically. They don't. It is what it is. But like I said, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. Like I said, I hope this is not a new trend that they're gonna push, where that all of the exclusives going forward, they're just gonna look so on the PlayStation 4, but look crazy ridiculous on that PlayStation 4 Neo. Cause listen, Sony got our money. 40 million people that went out and bought the PlayStation 4 in 3 years. Not even 3 years. Over 40 million goddamn units has been sold. So they don't want they want the people that went out and bought the PS4 day one. They want us to go back out and invest in this Neo also. You understand what I'm saying? And get new customers. So that's what I'm saying. And once they, like I said, this is going to be one of the first games that's going to have a Neo mode, from what I was told, and it's going to look much better, much better. But it is. Like I said, there's also a rumor that Sony is not going to show their PlayStation 4 Neo at E3. That they're going to wait to either Gamescom or the Paris Gaming Week, or whatever the case may be. The reason why I say no for the Paris Gaming Week, because the PlayStation 4 Neo post the launch in October. That PlayStation event thing was, I think it's in September. You have to build hype for it. You want people to go out there and reserve the goddamn console. You don't show the consoles coming out in September. You finally show it in September and launch the thing in December. In October. That's not going to work. I mean, I don't. Nah, that's not going to work. So, like I said, I'm still thinking that maybe that they're going to probably show it in the set in June. Get people hyped, get people to go out there and reserve it, start paying on it. At the end of the day, if they, I don't think that's going to be a successful launch if they just show the Neo a month before the motherfucking releases in October. Because it's going to come out whenever PlayStation VR is going to launch and ship. The Neo is going to be out in the market by then. And I told you guys before, going forward, according to their email, that every game is supposed to support a base mode and a Neo mode, and it's no different from this Grand Turismo Sport. What people were looking at, this was the base mode. You know what I mean? So, like I said, that can and look, that's a huge selling point. Right now, this game looks kind of like shit, but when they show you that shit in Neo mode, oh my god, people gonna be going crazy, man. But anyway, this is your boy Next Gen 720. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Are you pissed off about this going on with Gran Turismo? They said this game does not look good whatsoever. But that's something that I told you guys. You thought I was hating. The games that I saw and stuff, they look like last generation games, But it is what it is. And it's your boy Next Gen 720. I'm out of here. Bang, bang.